Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Medium Kim Copeland here. We're going to talk about clairaudience. It's a very highly desired psychic skill. Now, some people are born with it, some people can develop it, and some people notice that they never hear anything from the spirit world. And we go, well, how come we're not doing that? But we can all use certain techniques to make us more clairaudient. And so that's what we're going to talk about. I have nine ways to increase your clairaudience. Sometimes writers and musicians, they have a clairaudient skill because they're so in tune to what they're hearing, and then maybe they write it down, or the music, making the music, so their hearing is very acute. Let's say they're getting messages from spirit, how to write what to write in their book, and so they're going to use their clairaudience for that, or they're just going to know what is to be written. All right, so first I want to say, sometimes we can hear things outside of our mind, and sometimes it's in our mind. And oftentimes the ones that are outside of our mind are like warnings, move over, stop. And usually that is, at least in my experience, from when I've heard other people say, it's outside of the mind. Then other times we hear it within our mind, and it's normally our own voice, although sometimes you might hear another voice. But normally it's your own voice, and then it can be very close to that clair knowing as well. So, but still, there's going to be a slight difference here with it. So, anyway, very nice. It's a great skill to have. We see this a lot on YouTube. Linda G talks about, I just heard it. Marion from Revealing Light. Oh, I hear it. Danny Shea says, I hear it. Let's see, Mel Dore, I hear. Whenever they say, I hear, they're using their clairaudience. Susan Lynn says it. Who else does? Kim at Intuitive View. And Kim at Intuitive View talks about her mind's ear. And that's that hearing it within the mind. All right, so now, Okay, I just want to remind you guys, a few weeks ago, maybe 3, I did a video on clairvoyance, and I think I came up with 22 ways to increase your clairvoyance. So if you're interested in that, go back and look at that. Okay, so I'm going to say the first thing to increase your clairvoyance, number one, is first of all, believe you can do it and focus on it, and with that intention. And that's a lot of even any of these skills is to believe it. I can do it. I can do it. You tell yourself, I can do it. You dance around, I can do this. I can do it. You tell yourself, you tap it in, however you want to do it. You can make yourself believe it. Okay, and then that does actually make a difference. All right, 2, focus on the breathing into that area. Where is the clairaudience? Where is it? It's okay above the ears. It's not exactly the outside ear. It's a spot above the ears, kind of inside, right? It's a vortex right there. So when you focus on it, you can breathe into that spot, breathe the light, or you can use a maroon light. They say the color of that chakra is maroon. So you can breathe a maroon light or silver or gold, whatever you're called to, breathe light right there. Okay, just like when you do a meditation, you breathe light into your heart or your third eye or your crown. All right, so that's number 2, breathe into it. Number 3, you can crystal it. When I say crystal it, I'm going to use a glass crystal. See, there we go. All right, so this is a little glass. It's about half inch, maybe 3/4 inch. And so what you can do, I spin it. It's on a string. I'm spinning it. And what this does, in case there's a vortex or any blockage in a vortex, maybe the vortex is going the opposite direction. So this just clears vortexes. So you just spin it and you go in and out. I know sounds kind of crazy. And I'm going above the ear, by the way. It sounds a little crazy, but why not? It only takes a few seconds. we have vortexes all over our body, but this is one of the ones that we get a lot of vortexes over the clairaudience, over the ear, okay? We have them a lot in the third eye and also in the heart too. So those are three areas especially that we can create vortexes that might create a blockage here. So again, and this is the energy medicine I learned from Donna Eden, and it's using the crystal, going in and out. You do it both sides, of course. All right, and this, okay. So moving on here, number 4, pull on the ears. Yeah, pull and figure 8. So this is also an energy medicine technique. You just gently pull. Even though I know this is below that clairaudience, but still, you still pull on it. It actually feels pretty good, but it's a gentle. Sometimes you can go to massage therapist and then pull gently like that, and then figure 8. In and out, in and out, in and out here. Okay, you know, figure 8ing is very healing. It balances energy. It's a really good thing to do all over the body. It's good to do in your room, even to do it on your bed. If you don't have sage, let's say you're going to a hotel and you're traveling and you want to clear your space, you can figure 8 the space. Okay, and it works. It really, I have seen spirits move with this intention of the clearing the figure 8s. And Donna, even when she would do her energy medicine workshops around the world, she would have the practitioners come in and they would clear the room by figure 8ing the whole room. All right, so now let me see here. Meditate. Of course, you know I'm going to say meditate. And I would say when you meditate, again, you're going to meditate because what does that do? That raises your vibration. And it, for me personally, for me to feel like I've raised my vibration for meditation, sometimes it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or sometimes it's 20. So I feel a shift when I feel like, oh, it did it, right? And it takes me a few minutes just to clear my mind so I'm not jibber jabber in my mind. And so when I meditate, so you breathe in the quiet. Now, when you do this, you want to meditate in the quiet with this exercise. But again, we can breathe into that clairaudience, but you can breathe into every chakra, and especially the clairaudience. If this is the focus to increase your clairaudience, this would be one way to do it. And also, when you're meditating in the quiet, then take special notice of the sounds that you hear in the quiet. Sounds that you may not, like I'm hearing my fan that I don't normally hear. Or I might hear the air conditioner that I don't normally hear. Things like that. So that would be one way. So you listen deeper when you are in meditation into the quiet. All right, that was number 5. Now, number 6, practice listening to voices or conversations from the past. So you can practice, like say, I remember my grandfather made eggs and bacon every morning, and I lived with him for a few years. So it was his ritual that he did. And I can still hear as a little girl, I can hear the clatter of the pan, and I can hear the bacon sizzle, the egg sizzle, the coffee maker going. I can hear that. So you can pick something like that. Practice listening to it, or practice listening to voices that you used to know as a child or as an adult. Or it could be even yesterday's conversation, somebody who's still alive. It could be somebody who's passed or somebody who's still alive. Practice hearing the voice. Practice hearing a dog bark or a cat meow. Practice hearing, a lion roar, or practice even hearing a song from yesterday. All right, so there's that. So it's practicing listening. Number 7, listen to music, but when you're listening to the music, pick out one instrument and then see if you can pick it out through the sound. So you're really focusing on the sound of one instrument, and then you might move to another instrument, or maybe you're going to hear a voice. So pick out the different sounds. Again, it's all practice. Or even when you're in a conversation with somebody, really listen. Maybe listen to the tone of their voice. It's a skill, right? We can develop a skill. Most of us don't listen when when we're in a conversation, as you know, I mean, this has been a comment on most of us, we could be better listeners. All right. And that was number 7. Number 8. And the last 2, 8 and 9 here, are a little bit more challenging. Okay, so these other ones there's no grading, you just practice. But number 8, when you're out in nature and you're listening to whatever you're listening to the leaves, you're listening to the wind, to the birds, to your footsteps, okay, and really focus on that. Now, I know we can only probably focus on it for a few minutes. Maybe you can focus on it for 20 minutes. I mean, everybody's going to be different how long they can keep focus on that listening. But once you feel like you've just taken your walk, or you're just sitting outside in nature, and once you feel like you've listened, then if you can, and here's the challenge, you focus on one tree or plant, and you move your awareness to that being. You move your heart, you open your heart as a heart-to-heart connection with that one being, that one tree, or that one flower, or it could be a blade of grass, it could be a bug, it could be a cat across the street. Okay, so once you feel like you've got that, then you tell your mind's ear with confidence, I would like to hear a message from you. Now, cats and trees, you may hear it in the English language. They don't normally speak English or whatever language you speak, but it will be filtered through in English, so you'll understand it. So they may be sending you pictures, which is what most animals do, or a tree may give you a feeling, but your body, with your intention to use it in a clairaudient sense, you're going to automatically convert it to words that you can hear. Now, if this seems challenging, that's okay. It's challenging. It's not, not everybody will be able to do that, but I thought I would give you something challenging. See what you can do. Some people are naturals at this, you guys. I'm amazed. Now, last one. Okay, and this is a little challenging too. It may not be that challenging for you guys. You guys may get this easy, okay? When you're sitting in the quiet and let's say you've meditated a little bit. Okay, however long, 2 minutes, 5, 20 minutes. And now you're going to say to your higher self, or to your guides, or you just say it out loud, or to your departed loved ones, bring me a message through a song. Or just, you can say, bring me a message. But it's fun to get a song. See what comes to you. The song, because songs are fun and usually kind of easy to get. So you just ask your spirit team, whoever that is, your higher self, of course, is involved, your guides, your departed loved ones, a message in a song for you today. That would be another see what you can get. Okay, now you can just ask for a message through a poem. You can ask a message through just a one-line message. All right. Yeah, for me, I since I'm very clairvoyant, I when I get a message, I usually see things. But when we are trying to work with one clair, we're isolating it. So let's just say, for me, if I see a message, I might see, let's say I see a dog being pulled on a leash as a message from spirit. Well, then I'm going to move that into a hearing. And the message might be, we're with you when you walk your dog. Or, oh, don't forget to tie your shoelaces, don't fall. It could be something like that. So if you do a see or a feel or a know the message, see if you can convert it, filter it through into words. And you could write it as well. That's another thing. That would be number 10. Ask your team what do you need to know today after you've been in the quiet, and you write the message out, because you're going to be sort of filtering it through words. And that's a very good way to channel and to get messages clairaudiently. So I would love to know what you guys think. Is this helpful? You know, in my classes, we would do exercises together, and so then there would be a practice, you know, an immediate practice. Let's say we talk about this in class, but then we would stay together and practice certain things, not these, but probably other ones. So just to let you know, if you have a partner, you can practice some of these perhaps with a partner, but join a class sometime. I'd love to have you, of course, of course. And is there anything else? No, I have my next video I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do more videos, you guys. I feel like I've been lacking in that area. So my next one, I already have it kind of planned. I'm going to be talking about another hospice situation. Yeah, but in the meantime, clairs are fun, it's light, and you just never know what it will bring you, what messages you're going to get, and how exciting is that to hear messages from the spirit world, something we've all would love to do more. Okay, thank you guys for watching. And of course, and I always forget, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like, you know, all that's very nice. It does help the channel grow. And I think that's it until probably tomorrow is when I'm going to post the other video. Blessings, you guys. Much love. Bye.